Nilah, she's here on PBE right now. There's gonna be a bunch of Red Mercy and Bunny Fufu videos and a lot of scripted videos and stage players and 1v9 pentakill shit. But like, here's my full-on honest opinion of Nilah. I've looked through her abilities, and here's what I think. First of all, she is in fact melee. Not only is her attack range absolutely horrendous, but also her auto attacks give 2 stacks of Conquer Reach, which proves she's in fact ranged. Melee, and you can't build Runan's Hurricane on her. That also proves it. And let's go over her abilities real quick. I'll summarize it because I think you guys will I want to keep it short. Overall, you guys can probably just find the information online. She basically has old Mordecai's W where she gets more XP if she kills a minion while there's an ally nearby. 50% of the XP she would have lost for sharing. This will probably lead to some really big plays where like you can get level 2 1 minion early and level 3 2 minions early in the bot lane if you don't know. 1 full wave plus 3 minions will give you level 2, and then you get every wave, the third wave, and then the first 2 minutes after the third wave, which is the cannon wave. Third wave it's cannon wave. First 3 minutes of the fourth wave gives you level 3. So I think this will cut that number down by like 2 or 3 minions, and the first level 2 maybe like 1 minion. And that could lead to some pretty big plays. And she also has increased healing and shielding effectiveness from allies. If allies heal or shield her, the ally themselves get the shield. And if the ally heal or shield themselves, Nilah herself gets a part of the shield. Basically, Riot wants her to be played with enchanters because Riot is already not seeing the fact that the game is entirely enchanters. I haven't had a tank support playing Kalista in so long. Her Q is absolutely nuts for some reason. She gets passive armor pen depending on her crit chance. 33% of her total crit chance. So at 100% crit, you have 33 armor pen. And by the way, every single one of her abilities do physical damage. She is 100% a physical damage champion. Her attacks also heal her for 15% of her crits. And this isn't reduced by AoE, so this isn't Omni Vamp. This is just 15% healing from abilities. No reduction from AoE abilities. And overhealing gives you a shield. We can get a quick look at that. This is Bloodthirster, and this is the shield on top of that. And the shield goes out infinitely, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Well, the damage you deal, the shield, that stays for 6 seconds, and there's no limit to that. Like, if I hit multiple enemies here, you'll see that my shield gets absolutely massive. And also your auto attacks will become AoE. Look how massive my shield is, by the way. So yeah, the shield doesn't have an upper limit. And her Q has an absolutely crazy amount of AD scaling. I don't know why the numbers don't match up, but rank 1, it is 80%, but at max rank it's 320% of her total AD, which is terrifying. Literally terrifying, by the way. On a basic ability on a 4-second cooldown. It gives your attack range to be able to attack from range. You know, it doesn't make her a range champion, by the way. You still get 2 per auto. Attacks cleave. They do 110% damage like Jinx's autos. And she gets attack speed for 4 seconds, and this has a 4-second cooldown, so you have permanent uptime, and it doesn't have to be a champion that you hit to get it. You have Jaxi on her W. She basically dodges auto attacks and gets movement speed. It's no mana cost at max rank, but it's 60 at earlier ranks. The cooldown doesn't go down by much, so you're probably going to max this last. So you're maxing QEW. And if you do walk into an ally with this, they'll get the same effect for 1.5 seconds. So it's reduced, and yeah, you take reduced magic damage during this time for some reason. They're going to take this off, I pretty much guarantee it. Her E is probably the most busted part of her ability. She can dash through any enemy or ally or any unit she wants. Like that. And she has she can also cast Q in the middle of it. Like that. And then she gets her effect as usual. And that's pretty nuts. And her ult. It's like Rel's ult, but it actually does damage. And it gives her an absolutely massive shield. And it gives allies shield. Look at that. Look at the shield. So yeah. She is a late game beast, by the way. Like a beast in the late game. Her attack speed ratio is pretty bad. Her base movement speed is insanely good. Her AD per level is pretty bad, and her base AD is bad, so she's 100% designed to be a late game hyper carry. But she's also melee, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work out with each other. And yeah, I can't say too much without playing an actual game. I still haven't played an actual game with it. But TLDR, she has insanely high AD ratio, she has a lot of healing, she's pretty mobile, her abilities do a lot of damage. That's one thing I've realized. She's almost an assassin at this point. Like, the amount of burst damage she has by just pressing EQ and then alt. Like, imagine there's an enemy here, there's a bunch of enemies here. It's like, do this. Oh, my ult's on cooldown. Sorry. Like, that's insane. Like, you can cast your ult in the middle of E. And you can cast other abilities in the middle of ult. So if I do ult first... Oh, you can't. Never mind. You have to E first. Okay, so that's cool. So if you can look at the hotbar, your abilities are disabled as you ult. But if you do something before you ult, it works. Similar to Samira, where like if you W first, you can't Q. But if you W and then E, you can Q in the middle of the E. You know? That's how it works. So yeah. It's going to be a high skill champion for sure. Getting out of lane will be hard, but it's going to be very rewarding when you do. So this is my personal opinion of the new champion. Think of it however you like. Obviously it's OP because she just released. Oh, by the way, runes. I think this will be the best rune page. Bone plating, don't ignore this. I think it should be a shield bash instead. And because she has really high AD scaling and attack speed, it's not particularly important for her because she gets free attack speed from her Q. Just do a build similar to this. You could easily switch this out for Mercs or Tabbies, or even like swiftness boots because she's your melee. You might need that movement speed to catch up to people, and you can switch out one of these for a PD even. I'd say that's pretty good. But overall, I'd say you need LDR and IE and shield bow because you're entirely physical damage and you rely a lot on crit. So yeah, have fun playing with this on PvE if you even get her without the game dodging. Good luck. See ya.